Hello friends, we're back with some more escape velocity. Isn't that fun? We're continuing with the pirate storyline, and immediately you may notice something a little bit different. That's right, it's Australia, where I'm from. Also, this is from the Supernova Overhaul mod. Its latest version includes some new planet graphics, which is pretty cool. As you can see, the cane band is looking pretty spectacular, if I do say so myself. Anyway, we were charged to pick up, Uncle Olaf told us to pick up some data crystals from Earth, so we have, and we will be returning them right now. Pew, 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 pew. Back to Viking. Spin around. Jump. Wow, look at those hypergates, don't they look sick? Oh. So cool. Come on, I want to see that hypergate open. Come on, open for me. Hypergate usage denied. I don't have hypergate access yet. Oh. There we go. Dock workers quickly offload the data crystals. You get the impression that Olaf is pretty well known around the Federation docks. You imagine it must be something to do with his work on the Seoul Dock Union strike during the strike of 22. Hey, remember 22? Pandemics? Great times, everybody. Apparently Olaf was targeted by the Bureau for upholding workers' rights. Yeah, that's right. He was more than a hero. He was a union man. And most of the guys remember him with affection. Olaf greets you as you land. Good to see you, my brave Bonnie. How was your trip? You tell Olaf that the trip was fine. The dock workers took off the data crystals. He doesn't look surprised. Most of these folks used to crew one ships at one time or another. Most of them were good crews too. The Bureau kicked a lot of ass after your father's death. A lot of fellas would be told would have found themselves without a cruiser's ticket. Now most of the fellas are uneducated and only knew how to crew. So the Bureau, for the record, is the horrible organization that upholds the Federation, and they're full of nasty shenanigans. They're basically like the NSA or the KGB or whatever other Federation scum, or the Night Watch from Babylon 5 if you've been paying close attention. So when the Bureau revoked their tickets, it was illegal for them to put on into any ship, from Shuttle to Leviathan. Most of them lost the only livelihood they had. So I pulled a lot of strings, through some contacts, and got them jobs on the docks. The Bureau tried to remove the vital parts of my anatomy for fear that I'll stunt it. But lads stood firm and showed how the docks can come down hard pretty quick. Soon enough, the situation settled down. Come with me by the bar. You'll spend some of your well-earned. He throws your arm around your shoulders and said, "Tell you to head off to the Club Scrun for a couple of cold ones. All right, we can go and get some beers. Is there anything we need to buy while we're here? We've got 100. How much is a pirate jammer? Oh, I've only got 3 tons available. Reasonable. Anything that we need? We've got 4 solar panels. We've got a 2nd generation afterburner. We've got 4 2nd generation battery packs. I'd like to make them 2nd gen, but, you know. What can you do? Hand blaster upgrade. 4% capturing chance. Protected technologies license. Do we want that? Do we want to blow $1,500 for a 4% capturing chance? No, I don't think so. Mastery tool. Turn rate -1. 12 tons of cargo space for 10 free mass. No, we don't want that. Anyway, look at all this cool stuff. Back to the bar. Now that I've given you a little test and found out that you can sail that pretty ship of yours around the universe, I need you to take some supplies to Misfire in the Trishka system, and then return here. I've been stockpiling some supplies and stuff over the years, and soon enough I think you'll have enough cash to buy a better ship and start doing some real work towards your destiny. Hey, my IDA frigate is no slouch. Better ship, as if. Well, maybe there would be, but I like the IDA frigate. It's a classic, okay? Don't diss it. So, anyway, I know the day of reckoning seems far off, but while you're learning to sail, oh my god, he's so Scottish and I can't read it. Lead and navigate, I was putting into place all of the mechanisms for you to retake what was rightfully yours in the first place. You feel a lump rise in your throat. You've heard that Uncle Olaf enough during your years at the academy. He would never tell you exactly what he was doing. Now that you know, you feel a swell of pride and affection for the big man before you. The stock turns out to be a number of data cubes. You find a copy of Jaws 557, Sharks in Space. Excellent. The shark still looked face. Anyway, pretty bland stuff. Educational films. Sharks in Space. I'm looking forward to Jaws, Sharks in Space. A Kestrel. He's the creator of the... I believe he's the creator of the what is it? The Extra Outfits version 2 mod. So you know what? We're just gonna see if we can kill him. Oh god, what have I done? What have I done? Oh no. That is the answer to that question. We can't take on a Kestrel. We tried real hard. We tried. But it was fun, was it not? So where are we going to go? We got to go to Trishka in the misfire system. Let's jump. There's another IDA frigate. Oh yeah, we love to see it. Now Trishka does have something I would like to buy. Misfire is a known haven for rebel sympathizers and academics and hatred of the Federation. So, you know, they're full of good people. An officious-looking woman named Ms. Hillary Crosby Roberts meets you at the dock workers as the dock workers offload the holocubes. She stares down her long, pointy nose at your dirty coveralls and quickly pushes off her non-existent hair back into place in a wire brush growth on her head. You get the impression that Miss Crosby Roberts doesn't come down here too often, nor anywhere else dirt might exist. She quickly thanks you for making the delivery. Okay, so she's a bit poncy, that's for sure. She must have really needed those holocubes. Now, can we afford the horizontal booster? Oh, yes, we can. All right. The horizontal booster is bloody fantastic. It allows you to jump from closer into the system if you need to. Don Chick's expertise is not just... Don Chick, by the way, is the... I believe he's the creator... He's the one responsible for Sigma shipyards, and he works for the Rebellion. He's generally a genius engineer, capable of building anything. Don Chick's expertise does not just stop at starship design and engineering, it also extends to hyperspatial navigation computational modules. When you link this module into your navicomputer, you'll be able to calculate technobabble. It'll allow us to jump from closer to a planet, which I'll show you how that works right now. We'll be able to jump right here. Extremely useful if you need to evade a system very quickly and get away. So you don't have to... You can exit straight at the edge of center of gravity. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic and extraordinarily useful. And I really wanted one. What we got? Aurorans fighting Feds. We don't need to take part in that battle. Oh, are they attacking me? No, they're not attacking me. Oh, lots of noise. A drifting derelict, you say? I'm always up for a drifting derelict. It's a pirate trap! Who would have thought? I can take you on. Hell yeah, we did it. Oh, there's still one more pirate left. Oh, you're coming to get me. Really? You sure you don't want to worry about those pirates that are attacking you? Those feds that are attacking you? Alright, fair enough. You return to Viking without too many problems. We got heaps of problems here, man. Loads of pirates coming at us from out of here. The occasional pirate skims past you, but as your beloved Ambrosia is fairly new and has not been on the shipping lists of many ports, the pirates have little to no idea of what you may be carrying. You have no doubt as your ship becomes better known, you have to consider escorts or purchase needed upgrades. But in the meantime, you are more than happy to think of you as too small to hassle. Piracy was once the random attacking of many smaller ships by loosely organized fleets. Now many of the larger groups have banded together and created a highly organized criminal network. The largest fleet is run by a pirate called McGowan. What a legend. He has been the scourge of the Galactic North for over 20 years, but his tentacles reach further than that. It is rumored that he even had large sections of main shipyards over a dozen Federation worlds. You hope one day the Federation finally finds a method of capturing the man. Until then, most shipping lanes will be at his mercy. Ooh. Foreshadowing. And with that, what's this? Oh no, we don't want to do with that just yet. You barely stepped into the bar when Olaf pushes you back out. Sorry, kid, but I've got a rush delivery to Space Dock 3 in Alfara system, and I need to get going right away. Feel up to it? You sigh. Olaf has been keen, keeping things working overtime. You nod your assent and start heading back to the port. Olaf walks beside you and briefs you on your upcoming trip. You've got to get to Space Dock 3, but I'm afraid it might be harder than you think. You're going to be shipping some incredibly expensive hardware for the Federation Navy. In an attempt to avoid being attacked by a huge pirate fleet while so much action is going on the Auroran border, the fleet is shipping the most vital components on private freighters. The mission is very hush-hush. You should take care anyway. The criminal underbelly would love to lay their hands on this stuff, not to mention the Aurorans. Take care and be as quick as possible. Once you're done, come back here and see me. I'll have more work for you. And what you have to speed up my plans a substantial amount. So Godspeed and good luck. Alright. Pirates! Pirates right now. Well, we can't have that. Oh, I'm ionized. That sucks. Oh. Yes, I'm in big trouble. Maybe. Oh. Maybe I can live. Oh, there's a pirate manticore. Maybe we can take it out. Oh, we're ionized. We're hurting. It's fine. Oh, we survived. We survived. That was a massive pirate fleet. We're gonna have to land and repair. Alright. Pirates still incoming. Not too bad. But that's okay, we can make it to Space Dock 3. Should probably have got some more missiles in our bank, but that's a mistake for later. Oh, it's all green and murky. Ow, 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 ow. A group of Federation dockers are escorted by a large squad of security police. You begin to think of how many eyes are watching the cargo bay being loaded. Noting the name of your ship, its armaments, or lack thereof. Hey, I've got ion cannons, thank you very much. You press the information on your most dangerous others. Makes your skin crawl, but it will do serious damage to your reputation to back out of the large state, so you just go with the head of it. Go ahead and keep your eyes open and hope for the best. And after this mission, I think that'll be it for today. So we have to jump back to Tyshal. I need to buy some more radar missiles. I think we'll definitely stock up when we get to Viking. I'd like some more Hellhound missiles too, but they're really expensive. So, well, they're not horrendously expensive, but them backed up by feds in this case so they can deal with the pirates. I'm not going to check out that drifting derelict. You cannot help but feel that you may have been bothered at all the time you spent on the repairs now that various pirates know you can handle major cargo. Much of the entire trip is spent basically jumping into hyperspace. Correct. You've never been happy to sit down in your life. The Federation Navy cargo handles whispers under their breath at the extent of the laser scarring and armor damage. To say you're glad to be rid of the secret cargo. Secret? Oh yeah, in inverted commas. It seems like every pirate in the universe has been trying to kill you. And for all that. You asked one of the cargo handlers what was actually in the crates, but one of the naval officers stepped forward and said, "Sorry, that information is classified. Only released on a need-to-know basis, more commas. Unfortunately, you don't need to know." He spins on his heels and walks away. You feel like telling him you do need to know, but as you had to spend many hours and credits repairing a ship that has been pounded half to pus and getting goods here, before you can say this, a junior officer steps forward and hands you 50,000 credits. Nice. Olaf turns as you enter the bar. The last runner has been feeling drained. Your clashes with the pirates have left you short on fuel and patience. Rough trip, Olaf says as he raises a quizzical eyebrow in your direction. I'm sick to death of having to deal with the pirates, you say, waving for a drink. They're making life increasingly difficult for honest folks to make a living. I'm going to have to kill a few people if it keeps up. But I have to admit I don't mind saying I'd rather kill a hell of a lot more if I had the opportunity. Why doesn't the Federation Navy just clear them off once and for all? You see a dark look cross Olaf's face. You catch yourself wondering if you could have left Olaf so bitter. For as long as you've known him, he has held a grudge in central government. You've always felt it terrible, felt it was because Olaf was a fair man. Okay, so... Listen, back in the old days, your father and I were feeling much the same way. We need to get... Seeing as the unions of associations have been outlawed, your father decided it was time to form a secret organization. The Association of Free Traders was formed. We shared information and risk. We ran our own shipyards in the Galactic North, where I was chief designer. It's not that we were criminals. We just realized the system wasn't fair for people like this, and it was our duty to find ways to circumvent its hold. As your father said, when injustice becomes the law, resistance becomes duty. So what happened? I ask. Olaf McGowan, who... Your dad became known as the Pirate King. Life was good. His ship, the Unrelenting, was the greatest ship I or anyone else has ever built. She was so heavily modified carrier, a better weapon system and more powerful engines. Slowly we began to lose more and more shipments to the Federation. So your father sent McGowan to investigate why. Your father had his smarts and put him on the Board of Advisors, the controlling body of the association. So the Unrelenting and the others exited hyperspace at the meeting place, far off a system and not inhabited by no bugger, only to find the mother of all Federation battle fleets waiting for them. It was a trap. McGowan had betrayed them. Bum, bum, bum! What a surprise. Your father marshaled a fierce last stand, allowing the fleets to jump to safety, but was killed in the process. I was one of the few to make it off the Unrelenting alive, and brought it with me. I vowed that they would be avenged. I knew that I was not the man to do it. My responsibility was to keep the promise I made to your mother, to keep you alive, and that you take your place as the head of the organizers of free traders. And so, you could make the Federation pay for their corruption and avenge your parents by killing the black-hearted McGowan. So Olaf told his story, make your blood boil. Where do I begin, you ask? I ask. Remember, the secret of having a strong organization is to have a lot of members. Even now, many old fans keep at their trades, slipping shipments through contraband Federation space. First thing you have to do is convince them you're trustworthy. Once you're held together, this person, you should go to Kodak in the Codehaven system and speak to Dace. She was your father's bookkeeper in the old days. She's minded things as best she could. I'm afraid some of your father's money has gone to funding things for the rebels, but I knew where you're at. So, we've got to get Dace. We're building a crew, ladies and gentlemen, and NBs too, if you want to play. Energy distributor, what does that do? Oh, that's really expensive. Yeah, we'll buy that. That's good. And I also want to buy some... Oh, there are no... I also want to buy some radar missiles. Maybe maybe I'll do that at Seoul. Should be able to buy some radar missiles. I need a couple just in case I get harassed by annoying fighters. Oh, look at that cane band. She's so cool. Alright. Radar missiles. I'll buy 40 of them. Well, alright, ladies and gentlemen, and friends, and those people from far about. I'm glad you enjoyed this episode, and I'm hoping to make some more while I'm feeling better. I'm in a good place right now, so I'll see you again soon. With that all said, goodbye!